Okay guys, let's talk about Sierra Leone. It looks like most of you, my subscribers, are really like, you like the in-between stories even more than the value that I put out there, but that's totally okay. I'm also up for that. So let's talk about in-between Sierra Leone. So flying from Ghana to Sierra Leone takes about 2 hours 20 minutes if I'm not mistaken, and so but that flight was longer than 2 hours 20 minutes. I don't know, it was very funny. So we had to fly from Ghana and I used Africa World, and at a point in time as we were in the air, it started raining. It was really raining, so the pilot could not land. Eventually he had to, he couldn't see to be able to land. He tried it from 2 angles. He kept us updated. So, and Africa World is not big, it's not like a big plane. Eventually he had to keep going around in the air for some time until the clouds were clear, were clear enough for him to do the landing. Now it was still not clear. What happened is we started running out of fuel, whatever fuel the flight uses. Hey. So eventually they had to stop at Guinea to get some fuel, and that also took forever because it was not planned. So they now had to do some aviation stuff before they were able to fly from there. And so we stopped at Guinea for some time. I stopped there for some time, and then I just kept waiting. We waited, all of us in the flight. We waited until they finally filled it. We left. We spent more time in the air than usual. Like, when I got to the airport, I was hungry. Guys, I don't joke with my food. I was really hungry. I'm like, in a whole country, I believe the airport should be like at least one of the best, most hygienic places or whatever it is to eat, no matter what. And then nobody should be able to go wrong with fries and chicken. So when I saw the menu, I didn't want to eat anything. I just wanted to eat fries and chicken. Already, when I entered that place, the place was not even inviting. Oh God. I think they are refurbishing the airport now, so maybe they'll have more stuff. But this is my personal experience. No Sierra Leoneans should come after me. It's a beautiful country. I got my visa from there, so I respect them for that. But this is my personal experience. When we got there, the food, the fries, it was the worst fries I have ever eaten in my life. The chicken, the worst. I almost cried. I was so sad. But I thank God I had wachi the morning before, so I'm like, it's okay. Now, the most mind-boggling thing about the whole thing is that currently their airport is not in Freetown. It's in Lungi, I think. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. And so we got to the airport, and then you have to use either a ferry. They have something they call Sea Coach, and that was like $40 to cross to Freetown. I saw it and I was like, no. It can't be that the citizens of Sierra Leone cross this for $40 every time. So I need to find a way that the local people actually cross this sea or this river or whatever it is. So I started searching and I started talking to the people around, and then I noticed that you actually need to pick a taxi from the airport to they have a ferry station, and based on where you are going in Sierra Leone itself, you pick, there are 2 different kind of ferries. Hey. That ferry experience, gosh, oh my God, the water was foul smelling. The ferry was not like super clean. I mean, yes, of course, it was hard, it was bad. And so you can just imagine, and you don't really understand the language, except that it's a bit of a broken English sort of. So, but then it's so deep, you may not also understand. And yeah, thinking about it now, I'm just got it. And it was like less than 5% of the $40. That was the price. So just changed some money at the airport and then picked a local taxi, got the ferry, and finally got to Freetown. I mean, Freetown looked better. It did. I mean, it had a few high-rise buildings. They had a nice beach. I think their beach is really nice. Some of the good things about it. And at least for the first, I think 2 days before my interview, I checked into a hotel, so it was fine. It was okay, except the food was still bad. Like if I go to a place and I see fried rice and I order fried rice, what I get is not fried rice. I don't know what rice it is, but it's not fried rice. What I did was to order like rice and there's this sauce, and then I will buy, let's say, like suya. Like, you know, suya is, they have really good suya. And then I'll buy suya and then I'll eat. I didn't think it, I thought because it was West Africa, I mean, the food would not be so different and I could adapt, but in my opinion, it was bad. I didn't like it until eventually. So I think that was so 2 days before my interview was in a hotel. Then I finally went for my interview. And if you want to know the details about what happened on my visa interview, I have a video about it. And my wonderful subscribers wanted the other side, the in-between, so I'm giving it to them. So you're happy if you're here. That is what we're talking about. I just happened to find a restaurant that is called, I think it's Accra restaurant or something like that. So it just happens that there's a Ghanaian who's married to a Sierra Leonean, and they were living in London, and then they've moved back to Sierra Leone. They've relocated, and then she has opened that restaurant. That was a lifesaver. So it's either that, and because, but that was also a bit pricey, but I mean, I will pay that price for the kind of food that I would rather eat. So back then, as at that time, maybe a plate of food would be like, if you convert to Ghana cedis, it would be like about 90 to 100 Ghana cedis. But her portion sizes were really large. Her portion sizes were big, so it was understandable. And that was what I started eating. At least you eat one of it in a day. It's last if you eat it in the afternoon. I mean, you can have some to save and eat later in the day. But there were also some, you know, these wraps. If you want to buy like fries and chicken and stuff, you can check out like the, I think is it the Pakistan or the, you know, Morocco or those kind of shops too. They make very good fries, and then wraps. The wraps were good. Eventually I found them too, and the wraps were good. The mistake I made was that I thought because I was going to travel with my passport back home, there's a way I could be able to convince the US embassy to get it before time. So I didn't book a long time at the hotel. And fortunately, when I went for my interview, I told you I found a lot of Ghanaians, and then we became a community. So I was like, am I going to continue paying for this hotel? I'm not going to do that. If you know me, I look for the best value at the most affordable price. So if you're like that, let's be friends, please, because I don't see the reason why I should waste money when there's another alternative that is maybe of the same quality or almost the same quality with a lower price. Call it whatever you want to call it, but that's me. So I'm like, I went to them. I'm like, guys, where are you guys sleeping? Because I don't think I can sleep in this hotel. Because after the interview, they were like, you need to wait like a couple of days, almost a week. Shout outs to Raman Kuma at that time. So that was where I met her, and that's where our wonderful friendship began. And so she's like, Richie, really, we are sleeping at this place. It's not so good, but at least it's okay. I'm like, yeah, it's okay. It's livable. If it's livable and you guys have been living there for a couple of days, I don't see why I cannot live there. That was the worst lie I told myself, okay? So I couldn't feel the actual heat of the country because I was lodging in a hotel. Now I felt the actual heat of the country when I went there. Tell me why. Tell me why you have to buy data like every day. You think data is expensive in Ghana? Go to Sierra Leone. And tell me why the lights go off like for like 2 days and comes on for like 6 hours. Doomsaw Pro Max. Tell me why. What else? Oh, it was bad, but like I said, it was habitable. Because I always say, if people are living there, I can live there. Yes, and another thing, tell me why there was no water and it was like Ghana and you have to get a bucket, go downstairs, fetch water, you know, those kind of things. It was giving me like high school vibes, guys. So these are some of the things that you don't see and people don't tell you, but they've gone through it, they've been through it and stuff like that. Yeah. So what else? Okay, but the good part was, the part I could comfort myself with was, we had a bunch of wonderful Ghanaians, and then we could sit, chat, have fun. Even when the lights were out, we could entertain ourselves. Those were the nice times, and we could cook what we wanted to eat, even though the kitchen was not like a premium premium kitchen. At least there was fire, there was a pot, and we could whip something together that is Ghanaian, or that fits our taste bud. You know, we could fix some noodles, we could fix some rice and stew, we could, you know, fix those kind of things. And even the place we're eating in, I'm sure I'll be rolling all of them, you'll be seeing them. And yeah, corner, it was not good, but what will we do? We did it. We're already there, so we did it. But it was a really nice experience of my life. And one of the times, I think we stepped out at night to sit, you know, to experience the Sierra Leone nightlife. And so to all my Sierra Leone squad, to all my Ghanaian friends that I made while in Sierra Leone, this is just a shout out, and this is also just to tell you that, guys, how is it going? What's going on? We made it. How is it going? I mean, those days was a big accomplishment, and then because not everybody who came got it, and so there were also those sad moments, but God has been good. And I'm not saying this story to dampen anybody's spirit, but to just encourage you and to put yourself together. And I also just want to tell you that I want to use this opportunity to also tell you that no matter what you're going through, or no matter what your situation is now, the power to change that situation, it's in your hands. So what are you waiting for? Make that bold step. And if it is a new job that you want to go look for those skills, and to make yourself, you know, appealing in the job market to get that job. If it is a new degree you want to get it. If it is a family you want to start it. Don't be static, wishing you were somewhere without doing anything to get there. Please, study abroad is one of the things you want to do. Please, and please, and please, and please, and please again. Then you have to hook on to my application to admission process, and I'm sure by the time I'm done, you get your admission and you come and join us here, so we learn, study, and come and impact in our country.